Okay, before we actually do the midterm, we want to first review last week's midterm. So that's what we'll do first, and then we'll do the milestone 2 next try, but so that we can actually see what was wrong. Okay, so if you first of all, let's remember it before we start. And I am recording, right? I think yes, I am. Okay, so if you remember, the milestone was every teacher needs to assign a midterm grade for each student, A, B, C, or D, based on their performance in the first half of the course. For this basic programming course, the tutor will assign grades as follows. If a student has passed milestone 1, 2, and 3, they get an A. Milestone 1 and 2, but not milestone 3, they receive a B. No milestones is a D, and if only pass milestone 1, we have a complicated formula for assigning the grade. Okay, so let's start to look at how I would work at this one. Okay, so we're going to have, it's obviously there's no loops. It's just going to be ifs, if, and if for the student. Okay, so let's I'll move this over here and let's start. So we need to start the process. Okay, and we'll have an if, so that means we have to have a triangle starting and a triangle. Pardon?
The screen.
Screen is not showing?
Yeah, you're not sharing the screen. I mean, it's not over there. We don't have it.
What? Okay. Okay. Oh, sorry. My mistake. Okay, sorry. My bad. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, we okay now? Okay, great. Okay, so there's the question again. I'll stick it over here. I'll try to close this thing and we'll keep this on this side so you can sort of see what's going until we need that room. Okay, oh bother, maybe that's not going to work. Okay, so we can see our first thing is it's a series of if statements. So let's see, if a student passes only milestone 1, I think I'll start with the milestone 1 passing as the first one I'll do, okay? Because that looks like the easiest way to do. So I start, I'm going to have a comment here probably. I'll put milestone 1 passed, and that will be my note. So my first step will be to go to the first if statement to check that. And since it's a comment, I need one of these guys. And he'll just sort of shoot from here to, say, anywhere here. Put him into there. Okay, good. And if the answer is, we can only have 2 choices. One is he does pass it. That would be true, and I should only put a note there. I don't have 2 conditions, so that's I can just put T for true should be okay. He's passed milestone 1. Yes, it's true. If that is not true, in other words, he did not pass milestone 1, what do I want to do? I've got to assign the grade. Okay, grade equals D. Okay, and once I've assigned the grade, this is an if statement, so I'm going to have to join back again. That's the only thing I want to do on this loop. On this side, not loop, if statement. I'll join back together again, so I can leave my joining right there. If it's true, and he has passed milestone 1, what's my next? Let's check to see if he's passed milestone 2. Okay, has he passed milestone 2? Let's put an if there to try to pass milestone 2. And let's get this guy here. I'll use the same thing. D, milestone 2 pass. Okay, this is going to have to go some way up here. Milestone 2 passed. 2 pass, and if the answer is let's just do the true first. Okay, if the answer is true, oops. True, he has passed. If it's false, then I'm going to have to go one way, so I'll worry about that later. There's my false. If he has passed milestone 2, what do I want to do? I then want to check, has he passed milestone 3 or not? Okay, I'll put another if statement. Has he passed milestone 3? I need a little bit more room. Milestone 3 pass. Okay, if this is true, D, smooth this across. If the person's passed milestone 3, they will receive an A. Okay, grade equals A. Okay. I can figure out what to do theirs. Grade equals, assign the grade to A, okay? If they have not passed milestone 3, in other words, but they have passed milestone 2, that would be the false case. And in this case, according to our thing, grade is equal to B. Okay, so this triangle, these are now finished, so these triangles have to join back together. So let's join them back together. We split, so we have to join. And I'll move this guy to join here. So these two guys are nicely joined now. Okay, I'll make him look nice. Okay. Okay, he's joined. Okay, and so these guys have merged, joined. Next, we've got to worry about coming out of here. Okay. That leaves this case here, which is the more complicated case. So there's a few ways I can write this. Add stamps. Now I could do this in parallel, but I don't have to write in parallel if I don't. Add homework. Work, okay, add homework. Okay, add homework, and then there's this, then I have my condition, which I can probably use one of these guys again for. What's my condition is, what do we say? I'll just do this quickly. Greater than 60%, right? I think that's what the condition was. Let's look to see what the condition is. N stu divided by n total greater than 60. Okay. Okay. N stu divided by n total greater than 60. Let's just make it short. Okay. N s divided by n greater than 60%, if it is, and we can have a true and false coming out of it. If it is true, then the grade is C. Oops, C. If it is false, the grade is going to be D, right? Grade is D. if that's not true. Okay, so we've now split. Okay, move this closer. Okay, this doesn't seem, this is too far down. I'm going to move this up so we got more room. We don't have enough room here. Okay, move this guy up. One of the wonderful things about working with this, with PowerPoint for this thing, rather than hand. Okay, and I'm going to move all this guy up. Okay. Okay, now we have to start to make sure we actually join these things correctly. Okay, these two joined. So if I want, just for, so you see how we're joining them, I'm going to do this. This is like, you would normally not want to do this, but okay, let's say if I wanted to do that, I could just say, okay, just to help me take note, if I was doing it this way, I didn't want to erase it. Okay, this could be an A. So I know this guy is now paired with this guy. This guy he's got a B, so he split, and I'll call this split, the first split I did, a C split. So this B, I must now join them together before I can't join these two together because that would make a mess. B split last, so I have to first join the B guy. So I need these guys to come together with a B joining. And this coming together can be a C join, the last one that has to join. So these two have to join, and then I can join this other guy. Okay, so let's try to get my lines going all over the place here. To here. To here. Maybe I'll try to move everything down. B go down to here. Okay, this guy needs an arrow. Okay, and now I've got to come out of here. Come on, C, let's move you over here. Okay, so I move him down to here so they join. Once they joined, I can now do my last final action, which this was sort of optional. I didn't require you to do this, but probably it's print, right? So you actually show what you've done, and this guy will grab this arrow. Come on, arrow, come down here. And once I printed, I will come back. Okay, so you can see how these things, so A joined together, where the last one's to split, they have to join together first. The B's then were before that they split, they have to come together. And then finally the C was the first split, so it's going to be the last joining. Okay, so this is correct. Okay, so this would be correct. Home, insert, home, let's see, new slide. Duplicate selected slide, okay. Now this, so that is correct. And okay, home. This one I'll do the wrong one, wrong way. Okay, so let's put him up here. Home, red. This is the wrong way. And that would be to, let's get rid of, okay, let's move this out of the way. That would be for us to, instead of going this way, to go this way. So some people did this, they went this way. which is not correct because now you've got, okay, and then taking across from here to there, and then out like this. This you cannot code. Okay, this is not codable this way. Okay, so this is wrong way to do it. You can see here, we've joined, these guys have not joined. This B guy should be joining. You can see how okay, so you can see this joining is really sort of messy here. So you cannot really join this way. You've got your out. Anyway, so this is not correct to do. Okay? I think that should be okay. Is there any questions? Okay, seeing no questions. Okay, let's I'll close this, and we'll just hand out the milestones, and you can start to work on your milestone. Okay.